Hey, Viking fans, who's your MVP of the Minnesota Vikings so far after 4 games? I got mine. Let's talk about that next. And 3, 2, 1. Gather around, Skull Brothers and Sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. I appreciate that. That's what helps me grow my channel. Thank you for choosing me to listen to for 15 minutes when you could have chose anybody. Thank you so much. Now let's get started. Who's my MVP? Is it Justin Jefferson? Is it Dalvin Cook? Is it Kirk Cousins? Is it Adam Thielen? Is it the offensive line? Is it the defense? That's not it for sure. My friends, it is the special teams. Now, I'm going to go over a few things that I found. It's tough to find statistics on, like at least free statistics on special teams and rankings and things like that. I pieced together from different sites some things that stand out and what has made a difference for our special teams. We have flipped the field on teams. We've given bad field position. We're not kicking touchbacks in the end zone on punts. I don't know. Do we even have one where we've had a touchback on a punt? It's always inside the 20. It may not be inside the 5 or anything like that, but most of them are inside the 20. When we have that opportunity, unless we're deep in our own territory. But the punt net average is 9th in the league. Not first, but 9th. It's like over 45 yards. And there's actually not a whole lot of difference from first to 9th. In some cases. Like 5th to 9th. So the punt net average is telling me that we're flipping the field. We're in the top third of the league. That is good. We got a rookie punter. He's a rookie holder too. So I feel really good about our punt coverage. Them not getting far. There's been some short returns, but it's a team effort. We got a good punter that gets a lot of hang time, even on deep kicks, so that way he doesn't kick out the coverage. I'm sure this guy could pelt it 70 yards if he wants, if he line drives it. But he's playing well on the system. He puts it where he wants it. I just think this guy's just going to get better and better. Plus, he looks like a linebacker. Anyways, the punt net average 9. Field goal conversion percentage against us. This is field goal conversion against us. We're number 1. That means they've missed kicks or we've blocked them. So something's doing good where their other team's field goal percentage is like 44. Found that hard to believe, but that's what it said, 44%. So teams are not making their field goals against us, and we're like number 1 by a ways. How much is that on the defense? Well, it's something. I mean, we blocked 1, so that helped. So field goal conversion percentage against us, we're number 1. We blocked a field goal. That's a outstanding thing. That could have put us back in the game at Philly. It didn't, but it could have. The fake punt that could be down as one of the plays that won us the game against the Saints. We drew that up. It was perfectly executed. We had a rookie get his first catch. That's 2 players now. KJ Osborne got his first catch from Justin Jefferson throwing it to him. And that was his first catch of his career. Now we got Jalen Naylor getting his first catch against Wright. Now, 5 field goals in a game. That's impressive to be that accurate. And they weren't all a bunch of short kicks. There's a 47-yarder to put us ahead. So the fact that now we missed the extra point, which on the last touchdown we had, so that allowed them to tie it. But honestly, a point was made, and I forget who said it, that it was almost lucky that he missed it. because the way they were just going down the field on us, they may have just scored a touchdown and won the game that way. But instead, they don't go for it and fourth. They kick a field goal. They make it 60-yarder. It's probably almost better that we missed that extra point. Now, he comes back and makes a field goal. They missed theirs, 61-yarder. That was, that worked out for us. Opponent's kickoff touchbacks. So we are opponents kickoff touchbacks. So we're only getting touchback, and we're the third least of getting touchback. So we're returning the ball. We're gonna try to hit one, and there was another stat where we are starting off kickoffs at the 25-yard line on average. So my hope there is that even though we're not touching the ball back, we're getting back to the 25 on average. So when we do touch back or when we return it, we're somewhere average around the 25-yard line. Now, that is not the top of the league, but it shows us that we're trying to get it out there. We're trying to hit a big play. Remember, Kenny Nwangu had returned 2 touchdowns last year. So we could be, in this situation, if we were third and we weren't averaging being at the 25-yard line, there's a huge problem, right? So we're still trying to take chances, yet we're still good enough that we're averaging at the 25-yard line. And Kenny had, he has had a good return. He sometimes doesn't get back to even he gets like right at the 20-yard line. But then he's usually at the 25, and then he's been beyond it a few times. Now, one of these days he's going to hit one. We're going to go up against the bad special teams, and he's going to hit one, possibly a touchdown. And this is a game plan, so we're not that bad at, we're really good at not getting touchbacks, meaning we're taking it out when he gets at the, 2 yards deep, and we're taking it out, we're taking a chance, but yet we're still good enough to get it to the 25 on average. Now, and we cause a turnover. Now, Chris Boyd went off on Twitter after he finally did something that garnered attention. However, I give him credit because even on special teams, we're punching at the ball, man. We are punching at the ball. The coaches are coaching this. That's what we're doing, man. That's what the Vikings are doing. This is on defense, it's a bend not break defense that wants to cause turnovers, and we're 12th in the league on that. We could be better too. We eventually could be better, but we're not below average. And even with the Philly game, we're still a positive team on turnovers. So even on special teams, we're doing it. So that's great. Matt Daniels as a leader, he is, we hired him off a good special teams coaching tree, and we gave him the reins. He's enthusiastic. He's energetic. Players gravitate towards him. He was excited to get Reagor. He almost wrote him a love letter, I think. And Reagor finally got a return, man. And we probably made a good decision, even though I think ISM's a better receiver than Reagor. But Reagor he's definitely more solid there returning punts, considering ISM never returned a punt in college. Now, do I think Jalen Naylor might take over him as the 4th receiver? If not this year, if not next year, this year? Yeah. Reagor hasn't shown a lot in the receiving side of things. But, hey, I'd like him there at the punt return, man. I like him there at the punt return, and we should have him for at least one more year. Now, the man behind all this is Matt Daniels. He's the man. He's putting this all together. He's keeping us in games because of his special teams. If they have an error, we lose. We lose. I know we missed a couple field goals against the Lions, but they're over 50 yards, and for some reason we have the doors open to let the wind in. That's not going to be like that later when it's colder. So that doesn't help. And the Saints and the Lions missed theirs too, going that direction. So there's something to it. This team is more confident. How he got or got rid of our how they got rid of our punter, and we put faith into Wright, the punter, Ryan Wright, to be the holder for Greg Joseph and make it happen and have it be this successful is owed to a good coach, a good plan, and he did it and he executed. Now Greg Joseph, this is from him winning a game last year. Unfortunately, he missed one from 37 to have us lose a game, which, ultimately we missed the playoffs by one game. But Greg Joseph is not the reason why we're losing games. He's the one reason why we won a game against the Saints. He made 5 for 5 field goals, and that was great. I think that's been his best. But he is solid. We always had this animosity or this nervousness when the Vikings throw out a kicker, but Greg Joseph has all the confidence in the world. Now the main man, Ryan Wright, the holder, but he's the punter too, and he is doing awesome. His hang time is pinning people back in the 20s. He's been better. He's been the best punter we've had since Kluey. I love it. We made a great decision. He's going to be a Viking for a long time if he keeps it up. And he's actually looking more fit now. I was a little worried about his weight, how that would affect his holding ability, health-wise. I think he's looking a lot more. I think he's working out a little bit. He's looking good. He could play middle linebacker for us, size-wise, and he had that awesome throw. Yeah, the awesome throw. I think I had that on my list. I just didn't say it. But the fake punt. I talked about that. He dialed up the fake punt. Wright made the throw. He could have thrown a little bit deeper. Thielen was asked if he had a better arm than Wright. He said yes, but not as good as Jefferson. So Wright, we were able to put that on tape. Now they got to play for it. They got to worry about it. But hey, what a way to break out, man. You have fake punt, and you're also doing awesome with your pinning people back. I was worried about this decision. I'm not going to take credit for this one. I was worried about keeping the rookie, even though I thought he was a better punter. I was worried that the holding would make a difference because finally we had a good connection with our holder and our kicker, and I was worried that would be messed up. But thanks to Matt Daniels, Greg Joseph, and Ryan Wright. Oh, and this long snapper, that we got something going good here. Our special teams are solid. Do not get a head coaching job anytime soon. Give this man a pay raise next year. Keep him in purple. Keep Ryan Wright, or keep Matt Daniels, Greg Joseph, and Ryan Wright in purple. Let's keep this going. Skol Vikings. This is Skol World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you for listening to me. See you next time. Cue the music. Thank you, Viking fans, for listening. Make sure you catch my other episodes. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you. Skol Vikes.